Hey, Prairie Queen.
Hi. I like that.
I gotta do that again. I just discovered that just before we started talking this morning. It's all free with the free version of StreamYard. I gotta do this again. I gotta do this again. Isn't
What?
that great? Okay,
Oh, wow. Hey,
here's
you know
another
what?
one.
Your music is playing in the background.
Oh shit, thank you.
Oh,
Okay, so
yeah.
uh stop it. Thank you. Thank you
Mhm.
for doing. Oh, please always do that for me. Thank you, because sometimes I'm a lunkhead. But anyway, okay, here's one more before we get rolling.
Okay. Oh,
That's
I love
called
that.
intense applause. Okay, one more time, and then I'm gonna stop. Yeah. Okay. So, okay. Damn, I have to cough. Damn. Okay, so I'm gonna mute. I'm gonna mute. Wait. I hope it
Muting
works
and
this time.
muting.
Yeah. Muting. Are you muted?
Very good.
Okay. So I can. Could I have played this? No. I was. I tried to click on McGruff, and no, still forbidden to me because I'm a cheapskate. So this has been some week, huh?
It
With
certainly has.
the Vonster, and before we get started on our lead up to Thanksgiving Day, Turkey Day, I want to be a hateful person a little bit about the Vonster because uh, the devil got in me, and I participated in Von's live chat.
Oh,
Yes, yes, I did. I used my real Robin Eagle song name.
oh,
Yes, yes, I did. And I commented about because he's sounding rough. You know, you can tell he's got a like obstruction in his tr bronchioles, eh, and his, breathing is really audible, and it sounds sludgy, and he coughs, and he also has head congestion, so I just, kinda told him, "You're gonna need some antivirals." And he says, "Huh, Robin Eagle song. Are you Native American?" Well, I wasn't wearing my T-shirt that said such a thing, but well, why would he assume anybody's Native American just by a silly name that you picked for YouTube?
that's
So I
why
s
I laughed. That's, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I forgot to mute. Sorry, you guys. But anyway, I said, "Yes, Vaughn. Yes, I am." Um,
Oh, okay.
yeah, and I went on, but and then I kinda poked him a little bit more, and then I guess the final straw was when I posted a bunch of lobsters, and that got me banned. But, yeah, he says my name out loud and everything. I'm famous. You
Oh,
guys
wow.
right? But, I also, uh, made a comment about, and I can't remember, it might have been on Fat Photog's, I love his clips because he
Mhm.
clips Von down. Maybe Fat Photog's a she, I can't remember. Doesn't matter. Um, but I said, "Boy, okay, okay. It has been what did we say? 112 days since Von last showered.
Something like that.
112 days, 117 days.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can't imagine. Can you imagine 100 over 100 days without a shower? I
Oh,
just and he thinks that because he uses those wet wipes, that takes care of everything, those hand sanitizer wipes, and, Vaughn, they only hand sanitize on clean hands. It's
yeah.
it's not a hand cleaner, it's a hand sanitizer, and it doesn't work if your hands are dirty.
Okay.
Doofus.
Question.
Huh.
It's got alcohol in it. So wouldn't
Mm.
that burn certain parts of them?
Well, I don't think he goes near those particular parts that might be vulnerable to a little
Oh, God.
alcohol stinging business. I don't
Mm.
uh, but, oh my lord, his nails have this black to clean his nails, he's gonna have to chisel that shit out of there. Um,
Well, he's sitting in his damn car. Why don't you just grab your keys and start whittling away?
right? You could use anything,
Fold a piece of cardboard over and
cardboards, yeah, over there, dip and dangle your fingertips in the local finger bowl at your French restaurant down the street. I don't know, boy.
or
But
wash
anyway,
your hands when you go to the bathroom at, McDonald's, for God's
he
sakes.
he goes to the bathrooms of the fast food places that are open 24 hours, he says, and they have faucets, they have soap available.
Mhm.
What and we had mentioned this too. You mentioned this in your text to me about he's making fun of real people in hardship. He ch
Thank you. That was my last rant to you because even like today, I was sort of soul searching why I was feeling a certain way about him. And it boils down to that. You've got honest to goodness people out there that fell on hard times. They have no choice. And then I'm also including people like veterans that have served your country and my country. I've got homeless here too.
yeah,
Everybody's got a story out there and they are trying their best.
yeah, and they're like the real victims. Vaughn is, I'm a victim, victim, victim. Look what you did, taking absolutely no responsibility for the position he's in
Right. And
currently.
and
Eh,
people that are homeless on the streets in North America are well, they are victims, and I don't know how else to put it, but the thing is, they're not going on live streams selling their sob story and begging for money, and they feel entitled that we should be funding them. These people are trying to get to their local welfare office or agency or something to get benefits of some sort to
yeah,
survive.
and jumping
And
through the hoops. Yeah,
and
eh,
again, like I said, those who've served our countries, my God, there's a
yeah.
lot of them out there.
There are a lot of them out there, and then, okay, we're not being total Pollyannas here, you guys. There are also those folks who don't give a fuck, and they are on drugs, and they're homicidal, it's psychopathic, they're
Oh, I
awful. Yeah,
agree. I
there's
agree.
the dregs of the planet also homeless, but we're
Mm,
not
mm,
talking. There's a mix of everything in all levels of
Oh, I
society,
I
but
definitely agree. There are, even in your state, at a specific beach I used to watch,
uh-huh.
that was full of homeless.
Mhm,
They all had their stories, and a lot of them would have been, decent young people or whatnot, got mixed up in, let's say, certain things, and
mhm,
or have addictions, and yeah, or there are nasty people out there as well. I just
yeah.
feel that it's the ultimate disrespect to those people that things have gotten out of their control and are forced to be homeless now. Whatever it is, may it be addictions or whatnot. Um, I don't know. I just find he's so disrespectful. These people are not going online begging for money. And that's basically what he's doing. He feels as though we all owe him something. Society owes him something.
He's not even begging, I don't know what the word is for it, but he doesn't say, "Please, may I, will you?" He's telling us, "You must.
Exactly.
You must because of what you did to me, you owe me." There's no begging, there's orders, we've got our orders to send him money because of our sins, and I gotta tell you, I gotta tell you, there are those of us who have been really, really close
Mhm,
to being without shelter, without
mhm,
enough food. Food insecurity is a real
mhm.
it's a real thing. Um,
Oh, big
uh,
time.
hell, toilet paper insecurity is a freaking real thing. It's too close to comfort for comfort to a lot of us. Um,
Yes.
but I wanna show you excuse me, I wanna show you a this thing of Vaughn where I commented. I'm not gonna play the whole thing, in fact, I'll probably speed it up, but I want you to take a look at just take in the visual of, this man sitting in this seat, 100 and some days without a shower. Okay, so I'm going to okay, what is it? I'm going to present or invite. I'm going to share screen, Vaughn Live. Okay. Here we go, you guys. Just cast your gaze upon this male specimen. Bah.
Alrighty, folks. First of all, let's turn it sideways here so that we can get it going right there where it covers the whole screen and not leave those black sides there. There we go. All right. We the little red sign says we are live, we are live, we are live, and it is so. And at 0:21 seconds. So we are live, people. We are live, we are live, we are live. Today morning, obviously, it's back to donations again because hey, because we need to. Just one of those things, and we do need to. That's just the way it goes.
Yeah, notice he's not asking you. He says it's time for you to fork over the shekels.
Right?
Okay. Yeah,
See, this
yeah,
is why, even like today, my ultimate thought when I texted you was, "This is so disrespectful." This is a game he's playing. Come on, he's playing a game. He's trying to milk the internet.
yeah, and I'll be darned. I don't know where he's getting what he's spending, but he's spending something that's coming in somehow. I
Right? And unless you can prove with receipts that he is totally destitute, I do not buy that at all.
I yes, yeah, anyway, wait, let's watch this a little longer, and then I have a comment about his appearance. Here we go.
Mhm.
Somebody's first. Well, there you go. You're first. Yeah, it's time to do donations again to keep me rolling until such time as I can get me a place and get myself situated, which has not yet occurred. So, unfortunately, the wheels of progress move slowly, and my ability to get things is not as easy as I originally anticipated. As I've stated, it will take anywhere from 8 months to 2 years to get SSI. Yeah,
I don't know what he's talking about. 8 months to 2 years to get SSI. No, the process is pretty clean cut, and if you are of age here in the US,
Right?
you look it up to see what age you gotta be, you take all your birth certificate, proof of who you are,
Mhm.
and you get signed up and they get you rolling with all the benefits, so I don't know what the hell he's talking about, he hasn't checked jack.
And the thing is too, um, I'm pretty sure it's the same as up here. Once he signs up, when he gets his first check, he will also probably get a the previous month.
Yeah, they always do retroactive depending
Mhm.
on yeah, and they're good about that. I say, "Okay, you can just, it go ahead." They'll do it, but, and if they do delay, they'll make it up to you.
Right. Oh, and I have one comment I'd like to make.
Huh.
Okay, so he is asking right now for monies to keep him going, right?
Mhm.
So until he finds a place to live. So how is he going to pay for his damage deposit and first month's rent in said
Uh,
place to stay?
uh-huh.
Is he going to ask us to do that for him?
Yeah, and the more he moves west, the more stringent the requirements can be in regard to, most landlords want a credit check on your dime. You've
Right?
gotta run that on yourself, give them the results. Yeah, first, last, also security deposit, so you can get, like, triple charges before
Mm-hmm.
you move in. So, come on, Vaughn. Vaughn lacks the what happens next gene or brain cell, whatever that brain cell is, the what happens next process, he's missing it. Y
Yeah, and he's proven that for years.
for years. But I don't know if there's a spot where this guy, um okay, 'cause he has this he stems. He
Mm-hmm.
pets his head over and over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
Stemming, 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 pet, pet, pet. And, that's partly to hide the essential tremors in his hands.
Mm-hmm.
Could be an early sign of whatever, you guys. I'm not a doctor. Uh,
Right.
but when he's petting himself, his jacket sleeve is grimy.
Oh, I
You know
didn't notice.
Oh, yeah, yeah, I'm just such a picky bitch. I noticed that, "Oh, he's such a filthy pig." But yeah, his jacket sleeves are and his hands are discolored, along
Mm-hmm.
with the black encrusted grimy nails. Um, his skin and I made this is a comment I made as well, might have been on Fat Photogs. His not showering for over 100 days, he's got a grease buildup all over his body, and we're not even yet going to address probably a yeast candida issue that he might be harboring.
Mm-hmm.
Yeast, come on. Oh god,
Mm-hmm.
moist, dark, ugh, place. He
Well,
could
that's
grow.
your skin, just like even on your arms. You're gonna get that waxy, oily buildup on your skin on your arms, let's say,
Mhm.
or your whatever, and it's gonna have a smell to it.
Smell to it, yeah, and especially in older people, Vaughn, I'm looking
Mhm,
at you. We smell
mhm,
different anyway. It's called
mhm,
the pheroneal something. I did a show on it. But anyway, yeah, old people smell is real. So here's that buildup, 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 this
mm.
sebaceous
Yes.
stuff. And that grease, okay, you guys, that body, face, everything grease that Vaughn's carrying around oxidizes.
Mhm,
It's grease. It oxidizes. So pretty soon, as the oxidation progresses, he's gonna look like he hit the tanning salon. They find those people who are, stranded somewhere for a long time and they're all brown. It's not from being in the sun, it's that dirt buildup and that skin grease oxidizing.
oh my goodness. Yuck.
Yeah, people who get trapped in mines can have that skin grease oxidized.
And isn't he he's in more of a dry climate now, isn't he?
Okay, so if he's in Arizona, Nevada, he says he's straddling the border. I don't know about that. Oh gosh, I hope he comes to California. He was okay, that's another thing. Okay, yeah, he's in much drier weather. However, it is winter season. Dry climates does it that doesn't mean they don't get rain, and have
Right.
bad weather. But yeah, it's dry-ish. Yeah. But
And that could catch up with him too. The dry cold.
excuse me. Ye hmm,
I don't know.
interesting.
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know either. Yeah, but I gotta say something here. Um, I don't know why. Look, okay, somebody watching, somebody in the lulzCalverse, somebody should alert some local hotshot journalist to come and interview Vaughn, the man who lives in his car who hasn't bathed in over 100 days. You know, a man on the street kind of a thing?
Yeah.
Interview or a man in his car? Boy, there are, like, shows where they send people out on the street. I think still no, I think I just made that up. But wouldn't that be funny if he hit some kind of a news agency?
Like
Um,
like Rev did.
like Rev did. Oh, he was interviewed, yeah, in front of that motel when, during that was, toward the end of their heyday,
Right?
making a spectacle. Now they're just sad.
Yeah,
And
I don't follow them at all
well,
anymore.
I'm sub to G-Man, and G-Man says, "Here's why Shani lost her kids," and he went through a whole thing, and it was pretty revealing. But anyway, yeah, see, I have no taste. I still watch that stuff. But anyway, okay, so Man on the Street interview, I covered that. Okay, one more thing before we get into okay, I think we're done with Vaughn. I don't think okay, so I'm looking. Okay, and then here's this thing about his nose. Somebody in his chat made a wisecrack. He people tried to tell him all of your audience is trolls. There are no normal people in your audience. Anybody commenting is a troll. And somebody said, what about your nose? Are you going to get surgery? And Vaughn said, "Oh, because it's broken. No, that proves I'm a boxer." So that he totally missed the point about that lumpy ass stuff that's hanging on the off the front of his face.
Oh, for heaven's sakes.
Yeah, yeah, but yeah, that is that's a there's a diagnosis. There is
Yeah.
yeah, what do they call it? CT, CD something. Anyway, that's a diagnosis. Yeah.
I have a
Uh,
question.
huh.
Okay, so when he packed his bags within what, 1 or 2 days in
Mhm.
Kentucky and got the hell out, and
Yeah.
he packed his computer or computers,
Mhm.
obviously, they're probably in the trunk of the vehicle,
Mhm.
um, and, of course, he just left. Now, how is it that all of a sudden he's got jackets like, he's wearing a jacket in this picture,
Uh-huh.
and in the prior one, he had a red jacket on. Where's he getting all these jackets from? He left. When did he leave?
June?
Springtime?
Was it
June?
was it in June? I think the beginning of June.
So, a person without thinking is like, okay, I'm being evicted out on my butt.
Yeah.
You grab out what you got, and you're gonna pack your winter gear.
Yeah, I wonder where he's getting that stuff unless he's like he says he goes into Walmart, he might have picked up something off the clearance table or could have gone to a secondhand, but he's got a T-shirt on no, I think that's the famous orange sweatshirt, and
Mm-hmm.
then he's got a gray hoodie and that khaki jacket, and I have a feeling, I don't know, he hasn't had it that long, it looks pre-worn,
Mm-hmm.
maybe he lifted it off somebody. Who knows what kind of life Vaughn really leads? We
Okay,
don't
yeah,
know.
exactly. Like, here's the thing. He's more or less saying, "Hey, it's time for you to start coughing up more money for me." And yet, obviously, the man's been going somewhere and purchasing, even if it's for only a couple of bucks, he's buying clothes.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, if you really pay attention to his streams, things aren't matching up.
I know, so we don't know the whole story. We don't know
Yeah.
the whole story. Okay, so okay, we have 0 people watching.
Oh,
It's just you and me. Okay, so I don't is the screen black on YouTube?
Right now, it shows me and you.
Oh, does it? Okay, so on my end, it shows it black, huh? Anyway, over in the chat really quickly before we're totally abandoned, Jonacide was first up. Hi, sweetheart. Everybody's favorite little brother. Thank you for showing up, but you are out running errands. Thank you. Okay. But he was in the parking lot.
Oh,
Renee's in the dollar store. Hey. And he greeted you, Prairie Queen. John said, hey.
oh, well, hello to Jonacide and Renee.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So, oh, going back to what we were talking about, Jonacide had some input. He said he found his great nephew living on the streets. Meth, only 18, doesn't want the help. Yep. Yeah. There's, that
Yeah,
they're
there's
doing what
stories
they
like that out there. And
everywhere.
how dare Vaughn make a mockery of something like that?
Yeah.
Indirectly make a mockery of that.
Yeah.
Families are heartbroken over, they've got family members that are in bad way.
Yeah.
And, you know, then Vaughn gets on and Mr. Self Entitled. And I still say he's spending money that he's got. And this is his new grift.
Yeah. Yeah. It
I
just
think this is
keeps
his new grift. We don't even know if the man's actually living in his damn car.
No, I would guarantee he's living. Yeah, I no, I
But you
think
know what
he
I
is.
mean? Like the
But
he's
he's got
instead of
more than he said he's showing us. I do
exactly.
believe.
And if he was to like you had said, had he gone if he got on live and did his videos, but showed gratitude and then also said and acknowledged that he was in a bad way, he would get more sympathy.
I really
Maybe.
think he would, especially like from y you know, crazy lonely old ladies. Nah, I wouldn't well, I'm not a lonely
Well,
old
no.
lady. Crazy, yes, but you wouldn't get it from me. But yeah, he
He's
has no
now this
clue.
is his grift. He's thinking, "Oh boy, I can just hang out in my car, explain why I need money, and this is
N
my new studio."
no responsibilities.
It's yeah, he
No.
instead of being in the bedroom like he used to be
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
with an
Oh,
unused bathroom, now he's in a car.
now he's in a car, yeah.
And I
So he
really feel bad for the dog because the last video I saw through Nats, that dog was looking out the window and wanted out so bad. The dog wants to get outside
you
and run and exercise and enjoy life. It's
the
cooped up
dog
in there.
the dog was almost speaking 3 languages, including English. The dog was doing everything, telling Vaughn, "Hey, I really wanna go out," and he was like Vaughn has no clue. That dog clearly was telling. He doesn't
Mhm,
deserve a dog. He doesn't deserve a dog. He doesn't deserve that dog. He doesn't deserve any dog. Okay, real quick, KB 420. Yo, 420 KB.
mm-mm.
Stopping by to wish you all a great Thanksgiving. Thank you, my sweetheart, and thank you for the reminder. This is the lead up to Thanksgiving, the Thanksgiving pre-show, and we are going to get to that. Um, so, do we have any further thoughts on the Vonster? Well, I have a little bit more.
Okay,
And
let's
and
hear
then
him.
and then that's gonna lead into, okay, the our topic today about being fucking grateful.
Mhm,
Um, in the face of, of bad stuff, unfortunate stuff, disappointing stuff, you get let down. You
mhm,
feel like you're fighting your way out of a wet paper bag, and, you know, it costs you nothing. It takes really no energy to instead of the grumble, 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 "I hate everybody. Fuck you, I hate you." Instead, raise your vibration and say, "Thank you for what I do have." And I gotta tell you, That was so hard for me, and I gotta also share with you that it works. It works. Turn Okay, this is just a crazy old lady telling you what worked for me. You're not dead, in my case, I have all my limbs, most of my marbles, I just go, "Okay, settle down, you ingrate bastard. Thank you for what I do have. Thank you, thank you. I love you to the yeah, and damn if that doesn't because I really it's been proven to me over and over, you attract what you radiate.
That is so true.
So, of course, your strife and your struggle and your depression and your anxiety isn't gonna go away because you keep giving it voice, you keep giving it energy, and I was doing that to myself. Phew, and it's still hard to not you because you can feel those feelings coming on you, but yeah.
Yeah, I hear you 100%. I'm going through a transition of um for my anxiety and all that I remind myself on a daily basis how grateful I am. It's for the little things. Just the
Mm,
little things.
mm,
Or um you know yeah, and
but
it's funny. It's a work in progress, but you're so ingrained. And I think human nature is that we're so ingrained that we automatically think negative about something.
well, if we've been conditioned,
Right.
and if we're accepting of that condition, and if we are in agreement, you don't have to be in agreement with it. Oh, Lord, it's easy to agree. Path of least resistance and all that shit because we're basically lazy bums
Exactly. And so
inside.
it's easier to say woe is me and, and go down the negative path, right?
Yeah, but I gotta tell you, and this is here's what has happened here in my neck of the woods. I know good things have been happening to you. Oh, and one more thing about those little things. Be
Mhm.
grateful. Those little things, oddly, are what you remember looking back on stuff.
That is
It's
true.
so yeah. Pay respect the little things, and be yeah. But anyway, I commented on Vaughn's stream, and I think this was after he blocked me because I did post a whole bunch of Grampy Lobsters. But I think I was already blocked. At the age of 79, I don't want to jinx it and I haven't stopped my search, but I have secured a job
What?
at the age of 79.
Yes.
I
What?
have, okay, ki yeah, I'm being realistic because I've been and first I gotta tell you, everybody, those work from home after retirement, 10 ways to earn money if you're a senior, and it's always another 7 ways to make a fortune in doing working from home. Every single one of those is a scam, and the more you look at it, the more input you get with all these boy, I have kissed a lot of frogs. I have gone down some and then pretty soon you look at this, you get to know the language and the sign, and it's always a scam. Always, always, always. However, a a professional person who has an associate who might have a friend who might be connected to somebody I know is
Yes.
going to is going to employ me. A few hours a week, that is all I need. That
Wow.
is all I am so freaking thankful. And, yeah, it's January, and 2,
Wow.
I have food stamps. It's a big deal, big news here in the US.
Mhm.
Um, food stamps, food aid has been cut off for
Mhm.
everybody. the infirm, children, old people, s yeah, they stopped. And in fact, they don't billboard this isn't in the news. They stopped a whole entire month before it was announced that it stopped. So, boy,
Wow.
this and two, I have had some really wonderful gifts bestowed upon me in the form of groceries and money, donations just yeah, and I don't deserve it, you always think, "God, I don't deserve it," but oh, thank you, thank you, but anyway, had it not been for the kindness of others and some diligence, I'd be living in my car like Vaughn. In fact, I'd be worse off than Vaughn because I don't own a car.
Hmm.
So so there you go. So, man, coming up here, you encourage yourself to be grateful just for what you have, and now, when more stuff is piled on to be grateful for, holy shit, thank you.
Well, and the thing is too, going back to what you said about, the negative and the positive, way of thinking and stuff, the more that you start appreciating and being acknowledging all the little positive things in your life, it does, I feel, get out there into the universe. And this is what's happening to you now.
Whatever anybody would choose to call it, and, this is not woo-woo shit, you guys, it is
No.
real. If you put out okay, there's a whole list of things you could be putting out that, boy, at my age, I've learned wisdom, honor, uh, gratitude, love.
Hmm.
The more of that you share, because it costs you nothing, it takes no energy. In fact, it energizes you. Put it out there, and there's just this calm and this contentment that I've experienced. Of course, life is still real. Still get, constipated and, tooth breaks and
Yeah.
all that stuff. It's not a sappy thing. It's just, boy, deep reality of appreciation. Man, it means so much and it's so powerful. So fucking powerful.
It's your mindset too. Let's say for this coming Thanksgiving, you don't have all the lavish food that you would normally have,
Yeah.
or be around people that you normally, you're you still have food.
Yeah.
You're thankful, you're grateful for that. You're not asking people to send you donations. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um,
Although there's a banner on the screen saying my birthday bad habit fund. You, um, I,
oh,
I,
yeah, well,
I
yeah.
was out of town on my birthday, you guys. I didn't say get me a present, but if you want to get me a late present, you guys.
Well, you're bad. You never even told me you had your birthday.
Yeah, yeah, I was up, babysitting the 94-year-old granny that's just a hoot. We have a
Right?
blast. I
Well,
baked I baked myself a cherry cheesecake on my birthday.
oh, that's what you okay. I wondered why the cherry cheesecake.
Yeah, I kept posting all of the food I was cooking because,
But
oh
look at
gosh.
that. It was your birthday. You were away from home. You were babysitting Granny,
Yeah,
and you baked your own cake that you wanted, and that was a positive thing.
it was. And it was the very first time I'd ever made a cheesecake that you baked, that you can do all the no-bake cheesecakes, you can see them
Yeah.
everywhere, no-bake cheese, easy peasy. You can even get it in a box and mix it up
Mhm.
and make a cheesecake. But I found the recipe on the label of the Comstock pie filling can,
Oh. Mhm.
because I was gonna make one of those Bisquick Impossible Pie things because 'cause I've done that before, that's ea you just dump everything. But then I looked at the label and it says cherry cheesecake, and it's something like the Dutch something, I don't know. So I th so And my kids' kitchen is so equipped, and they have, like, KitchenAid this and La Creuset that, and all this. And they've got this some kind of a stove that you can talk to through your phone from far away. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, it makes my head explode. It's a little scary, but anyway, I had everything at my disposal, including a stocked pantry. I was in heaven, so I made myself a fucking cherry cheesecake.
Good for
And
you.
thank you. Thank
And
you.
see, you turned something like that day into something positive. And,
It with
yeah,
no effort,
you
and it
you could have very easily sat there in
grump
private
yeah.
pity and wallowing in it privately. Here I am away from home,
Mm,
and it's my
mhm,
birthday. My kids are gone. I'm looking after their house and granny. But
yeah,
no, you flipped it around. And I feel as though if we eh, constantly practice trying to flip around minor situations like that, because a year from now, who gives a shit?
who gives a shit?
It
And
was a year
and
ago. You know what I mean? Like, woe is
yeah,
me now, but a year from now, you're going to forget the whole woe is me thing, unless you've really got issues,
yeah, unless you're just a real asshole.
right?
Yeah, yeah, but I gotta say, I'm a really old person here, but when I was younger, I wasn't so nice, and I did all that stuff. The puffed up toad, if I'm not having a good time because I went through a growing up time of being not pleasant
Hmm.
and, moody here and there, uh but then on the other hand, my sisters told me I was like Rebecca of Sunnybrook Farm, so I that's only my view of myself. But anyway, yeah, you get to feel better about yourself as you get older, you guys, if you use what you've learned. I promise. I
Hmm.
promise.
Hmm.
But okay, speaking of food, which we were a minute ago, oh, I am just dying to hear about all the things that you're gonna be pulling out of your freezer that you're gonna be cooking in the future, my dear. But as far as my cooking today, I'm making a Sunday dinner. I have some chicken breasts that I'm gonna pound out, and I think I have 3, I can't see through the package too, but pound them out and fill them with stovetop stuffing, that will add onion and extra celery and extra sage to, and roll them up around the dressing, and
Hmm.
then I take crunchy style chicken shake and bake.
Hmm.
Okay, the shake and bake powdery stuff, that'll kill you, clog your veins and all this.
Oh,
But anyway,
yeah, but it's good.
shake and bake crunchy has little crumbs, and it's wonderful, so I'm gonna coat it in that and sort of slow roast it and make gravy and have mashed potatoes and some kind of a veggie. So anyway, and then that'll be like 3 more meals. So that's what I'm making today, in case anybody wanted to know. If you didn't wanna know, too bad. I told you.
Yeah, yeah, now. I myself too, usually it's funny because on a Sunday, I usually try to make uh, the meal, the
Mm,
anchor of the week meal.
yeah.
Um, it's either Sunday is at the end of the week or the beginning of the week. I don't know. But I always make the meal on a Sunday, and then that sees me through for about 2 or 3 days, depending.
Yeah, and that's just because we are ladies who live alone, and
Right?
people say, "Oh, it's hard to cook for one." No, it isn't. You cook regular like you were a couple of people or even kind of a whole room full, and you freeze it.
Oh my God,
Duh.
exactly. I don't, how many times people have said that to me, and they'll look at me when I say I'm making this, and they say, well, what for? You live alone. It's like, yeah. And
What,
I've had,
living alone doesn't entitle you to good, wonderful food that you enjoy? Fuck you.
yeah, you can make a whole skillet of meat and gravy.
Oh,
And then you just double the potatoes and the vegetables, make 3 meat or more freezer meals out of the leftovers if you want.
yeah.
and or decide, okay, I'm just gonna freeze it all and yeah, thaw it out for whenever. And I've even had people that lived on their own look at me as if to say, well, why would you buy in that quantity, or why do you cook in that quantity? And I think, you live alone too. What do you eat?
Break
I,
it down per serving, you all. It's simple, simple sense, simple math. I figure when I make soup, if you go and have a cup of soup in a decent cafe, it'll cost you $8 for
right.
a cup of cream soup with a little bit.
Hmm.
Yeah, a bowl will cost you 10,
Hmm.
$12. So if man, do the math. And then if you get all fancy to make like meatloaf and gravy, slice it up, portion it out, gravy. What, $11 for that entree? In lower class places even.
Well,
Do the
also
math.
too, with the price of food, I'm sure it's gone up for you guys as it has here. It's ridiculous. It's
Yes,
horrible.
yes.
And once in a while, what I'll do is I will, you mentioned meatloaf. I will buy meatloaf, or I will make meatloaf, I'm sorry,
Uh-huh.
and I'll have some. I'm satisfied.
Yeah.
Then the next day, I slice it all up. That becomes my sandwich meat, which is
Uh-huh.
probably healthier for you than all the nitrates.
Yeah, 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 in the Bologna, yeah.
Oh, yeah. And okay, so let's say right now it's about, I'm going to say it runs average about $5 to $6 a pound for ground beef.
Okay,
It's ridiculous.
yeah.
But if I go out and buy that a couple of pounds, so I'm spending about 11, $12 for 2 pounds of ground, then what I'm doing is you go and price your luncheon meat
Hmm,
after the fact. For one person, it is truly cheaper for one person to survive that way off of that meatloaf than it is to feed a family. Because there's been times I will get food that could feed a family of 4 to 6. I will
mhm.
freeze the portions, and I'll think, you realize what you're putting in your freezer would have fed a family for one meal. You've got 4 to 5 meals.
Yeah, yeah,
Even though
and
you spent that same amount of money. So I'm thinking they might spend close to 20 or $30 per meal, like I
mhm.
do, let's say, but I can break that down to so it's portioned out for extra meals.
Yeah, yeah, that is just such beauty, to that, and there are times too when, I'll get on a roll and I have, like, cooked the same batch item a little too frequently, so then that's when my neighbors get my phone call saying, "You feel like some chili? You want some split pea soup? I got croutons," and so, there are those instances too, but that hasn't been lately because I'm hoarding every bit of what I do
Oh, I don't
these
blame
days.
you. I'm shocked about the food stamps. I didn't realize that they were actually pulled the plug.
They pulled the plug and a month earlier than was
Oh,
in the news. So I have been and I gotta tell you, and I've said this before, I no longer wrestle with it because it's just the way things evolve. I have never been dependent like this before in my whole life. I've been working since I was 15. I've always taken care of other people. And
mhm.
then finally, I was all done taking care of people. Yeah, and this has been the first time I've ever lived alone in my whole life with no other heartbeat to look after except my own. But anyway, it's been rough not being able to make a difference in
Do you
it.
do you find that in the beginning it's scary because all of a sudden it's like, holy shit, now I got to look after myself?
No, because
Okay.
no, because hey, I'll take care of myself, but
Mhm.
the fact that I couldn't make a difference in the world,
Mhm.
and, look out for others, make a contribution. That was killer because
Yeah.
I hung so much of the meaning of life on serving, and, doing and being a helper, that when that was gone, uh, I almost got gone, and I talked about that.
Well,
Um,
the thing is too, you've done that for so long. Now it's a case of, you're on the other side and the receiving end.
yeah, and that's a lovely side effect of finally saying, "Okay, regroup. This is my life now. Why can't I make the best of it?" And I even said one time because all my friends are dead,
Mhm,
most of my family, and so I have this woo-woo thing in my head that they're still all around me,
mhm.
saying, elbowing each other, "Look at that fool." But, and I talked about this. I'm gonna say it one last time, I'll never say it again, but I just sat here going, "Okay, you guys, I know you're out there looking at
Mhm.
me." I said, "What do I do without you?" And one voice, they said, "Live."
Yes.
And that boom, talk about the shades going up.
Mhm.
Woo! Woo! Yeah, live. So you know what I did this morning before this stream started? I sat here with magic markers and I started changing the color of my Reeboks.
Good for you.
Just dumb shit like that, you guys get, and that has, anyway, I am so grateful for all this. Oh, everything.
Yeah,
I am grateful for you and for this and for, you know, everything we got here, you know?
yeah, and, I'm always out there for you, Robin. If you're having a
Oh,
rough time, just, you can always say, "Hey," and then I'll just set you straight. And I'll say, "Okay, but look at this, the sun is shining." Okay, or, "Okay, so the sun isn't shining,
yeah,
but you got
not
that."
oh, oh,
Y You know what
cat.
I mean? Like,
I'm calling
there's
you cat. No, I don't wanna hear any of that shit. Thank
but
you.
yeah, no, I hear
I
you.
know you're there. I know it's scary
And
how you're there and loyal, and you're just so sweet. Thanks.
aw, thank you. Well, I'm sure a lot of people don't feel that way about me, but we'll talk
Oh, I
about that
know. Yeah, I
privately.
wanna interview
Yeah.
the ladies in the sewing circle, y'all.
Oh god.
Okay, so, we have, like, 2 people does I'm going to just okay, I don't know who's in the chat. There are 2 people. I don't know if Jonaside's there. This was supposed to be a panel. It wasn't a big lie. There it is. I'm gonna give it, what, 3, 4 minutes, and if anybody would like to come and say, "Hey, I'm thankful for," or, "Hey, I'm struggling with," we'll be sympathetic for this minute. Never at another time, but we'll be sympathetic today. Yeah. So, but anyway, here
Yeah,
what?
I was just gonna say that, right now, in my province, in the heart of Canada, the weather has been so wonderful. Like, it was supposed to go up
Oh,
to 41 degrees today. I'm like,
yeah?
"Okay," and yesterday it was kinda icy. I think we had snow melting or rain or something. It was extremely icy, but it was like 37. And
Oh,
so I was originally gonna go to this store, and then when I realized how icy it was and the roads were really treacherous, because I drove to the local store and I thought, "Oh my god." So I thought, "No, you know what? I've got enough food in my house. I don't
mm,
need to go." And I have been retraining my brain on that too, when it comes to the gratitude and what I do have versus what I feel I need. And, yeah,
yeah.
but I just can't get over the weather. It's sunny.
Ah, wow,
It,
crisp. A
yeah,
crisp
yeah,
sunny
it's
day.
beautiful. It's beautiful weather. And this is unusual
Wow.
for here. It really is. We should have snow or freezing rain by now, and staying this way. So,
Yeah?
yeah.
Mm.
So just to get up every day and just experience the weather. I know
Little things.
here a lot of times people, I find it funny because as I'm trying to practice my gratitude every day for what, you know, I'm grateful for, may it be food or shelter or whatever, or weather, weather included, people at work will always moan and say, "Oh, we're getting snow. It's going to be coming. Oh, cold weather. Oh my God." And I know it's like minus 30 or minus 40 in the winter, right?
Yeah.
And they're already harping about that now. And I just can't help but look at them and I think to myself, buddy, if this was July, it'd be like, "Oh my God, it's going to rain. I don't know." And it's like, so you don't complain about the rain in the summer, but you complain about the same precipitation that is just frozen in the winter. Like, it's
What a
all in your perspective of things.
You have a country of characters.
Yeah, it's like people's perspectives, and I'm sure you find that there too.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Oh,
In
yeah.
general, people's perspectives are way off.
Oh, I know, and you just learn to, like, spot them in advance before they get near you, so you can
Or
avoid them. Don't subject yourself to that.
or
But
yeah, or
you're a captive audience because 'cause you're stuck behind your
a
counter.
counter, yeah, and it's like, oh, I try not to say too much, and it's, I just go, "Oh, yeah, yeah," and,
Y
I don't get involved, but I just after they leave, I go, "You are upright and walking."
Yeah, right. Yeah.
But anyways, no, it's, so every day that it's been up and down temperature-wise, it's been wonderful, and I've just enjoyed every single day of it. But yeah, like I said yesterday, I had planned on going to the store to pick up a few more things.
Mhm.
And then I told myself, you know what? No, you don't need to. You got enough food in the house.
Yeah.
You don't
Yeah.
need to add more to it right now. Save your money, pay your bills off, carry on. You'll be fine.
You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Oh, I gotta share really quickly with the first okay, so this this maybe job that I have is gonna be, it's a work from home thing. A few hours a week, but it's gonna be enough where I don't have to be a burden to my children or my friends. But first thing I'm gonna buy when I have a couple dollars extra, I'm gonna buy a triple cream brie.
Ooh.
And I'm gonna have a box of club crackers.
Oh, those are good.
Yeah, triple cream brie. And then any of y'all that eats the rind on a brie, you can have it because I think it tastes like a soiled diaper, but I like the innards of a triple cream brie. Do
Mm.
you eat the rind on a brie?
No, no, it looks a little sketchy to me.
And well, if you accidentally ingest that waxy powdery shit, it tastes like a wet diaper that's dried out and been re-wet. It's
Oh,
awful.
dear God.
It's that ammonia, old yeasty
Oh,
ammonia.
no.
Yeah, it's
You're
nasty.
giving me PTSD now about
You'll
being
always
in a
think that.
car.
You'll have that image, yeah. But I've mentioned my local friend here, Marianne, Mare. She does all she worked at a cheese store. And
Mhm.
she knows she's not only the finest Italian cook I know, she knows everything about cheese, and we were talking cheese. Well, and I mentioned that, I just give me the innards. Well, we had a brie, and I was scooping out the stuff inside, and I said, "I don't eat the rind." She says, Robin, that's part of the experience." And I thought, "Well, you haughty bitch." No, I didn't. No, I
No,
didn't. But
you got
and
it.
and she ate it up, she put it on a cracker, she relished it, and I would just stood there in awe. She I thought you were always supposed to discard it. For
I
years, I
thought
thought you
so too.
and because you can get a brie shell remover tool. It'll take that skin off a brie, and it looks like a wide potato peeler thingy, and you can
Oh,
remove that, so I thought, Well, of course you gotta take it off there and throw it away. It's nasty. But no, it's part of the Brie experience. Fuck that.
Wow.
No, 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 no. No,
So what
no.
is your plans for Thanksgiving?
Zip. I'm not doing anything.
Okay.
I have a suspicion that the Jetsons will send me a plate.
Oh, that's nice.
Because they did last year, because
Mhm,
I'm okay being alone. Now
mhm.
Christmas, I'm going to my kids, and we're gonna do a big ass deal. I'll be gone for at least a week.
Oh,
Looking forward to
nice.
that. But we all agreed, okay, so my mom, all my kids called her Grammy, is no longer here, and she threw the biggest bashes twice a year, Thanksgiving, Christmas. We all have
Mhm,
memories. Grammy's dead. So
mhm,
and nobody's mm, around to do it anyway. So we said, "Yeah, we'll say Happy Turkey Day,"
mhm.
and that's it. So it's no big deal. I'll probably have a burrito. That's about
Well,
it.
yeah,
Yeah.
and the thing is, you guys, good for you. She was around to do all that. You have the memories of that. Nobody's moping and crying
No.
that it's no longer happening. You've embraced that things do change and you find new things to fill its place.
Yeah, and we've all done our own celebrations and big deals and dinners and so all that stuff over the
Mhm.
years, but then you just kinda go, "Okay, we don't need to do that anymore," and people are scattered, so it yeah, I'm
So,
totally, totally cool.
yeah. Yeah, and Christmas is a good time to all be together at least to the end of the calendar year.
Yeah, yeah, and then there's New Year. Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? Okay, so Thursday, so this is today's Sunday, the pre-Thanksgiving countdown show. On Turkey Day, I might just do my turkey song, my traditional turkey song that my sister and I did every Thanksgiving, every Christmas, and I've done it on this live for many Thanksgivings in a row. Oh, and also on Thanksgiving, Arlo Guthrie,
Mhm.
Alice's Restaurant. If you guys this is a big deal.
Mhm.
It's a Thanksgiving tradition in the US. A certain, generation of people observed Thanksgiving with playing the Arlo Guthrie concert version of Alice's Restaurant, and it's a hoot. It's hysterical, and, uh, yeah, so I might do that, but that might be a copyright. Oh,
Mm.
you know what I was going to do during this stream? I was going to play my Vaughn, California Lottery Dreamin', but I can't figure out how to play it. You guys okay, Gertrude Perkins
Oh, hello,
comment
Gertrude.
no, he's not here.
Oh, darn it.
They're not here, I don't think. But if they are, they're lurking. Gertrude Perkins wrote lyrics based on Mamas and Papa's California Dreamin', to Vaughn,
Right.
and then winning the lottery, and I thought, "Oh my god." So I sang it. I recorded it, I sang it. It's really awful, and if and I don't know how to I was do you know how to present that? Do you know how to bring that? I don't know how to do it. I thought I
No, I
knew how to
don't
do it.
know.
It's an MP3.
Uh-huh.
One of them's an MP3, one's an MP4, and I don't know how to wait, maybe I can d I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it. Okay, video
Okay.
file, image file,
Oh, okay.
image file. So I'm gonna see okay, so you get to see my innards here, I don't think. Okay, so Robin Eagle song, YouTube files, desktop, okay, podcast stuff. No, that's not it. Remove. Okay,
Uh,
bear with me. I hope you have time for this.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so there's desktop, podcast stuff, video. No, I don't wanna do that one because that's Okay, desktop. Lottery Dreamin', there it is. Okay, I can do this. Okay, you guys, turn up your volume. This is going to be a moment. Okay, I have to. Okay, so uh, is is everybody ready? Okay,
Yeah.
okay, here goes. Turn up your volume, folks. Da 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 da. I don't know the intro music. Both his hands are brown, and his face is gray, and his face is gray. He took Sharpie out for a walk on a winter's day, on a winter's day. He wished that he could win the lottery today, the lottery today. Lottery dreamin' on such a winter's day. He stepped into a 7-Eleven. He passed along the way, passed along the way. He saw a pretty girl beside the trolley bay, beside the trolley bay. He said, "Would you like to date me? If I ask you today, if I ask you today." She said, "You gotta be joking. I just turned 14 today. Just turned 14 today."
I love that.
Okay, I gotta do this. I gotta do this. Okay. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait.
Oh, that's awesome.
I didn't think I could do it. Okay, so anybody watching, oh, Psychic Dashed and the Vampire Slayer, you got here just in time for that grand show. Everybody was waiting for that musical interlude, and I delivered.
And also with that song, if you know, you know.
If you know all of that. All
You
of
know, that is one thing that I am eventually wanting to get is a
Mm,
t-shirt with the acronym of if you know, you know,
yeah,
and just randomly wear it.
just randomly where I know
Yeah.
if you know, you
Yeah.
know. I know because whoa. So, but if anybody watching this on the replay squad, if you know how to set that wonderful rendition to either a beat or some sort of music, I would be forever in your debt. Hell, I'll sing it for you live. But that would be, yeah. Um, there you have it, everybody. Okay, I think we're done here. Unless you have anything further to add, my dear.
I can't think of anything. No, I can't think of anything. It's just that, yeah, everybody out there, even on replay, um, just remember, always stop and just be thankful and grateful for all that you do have, and try not to let the things around you um, hinder that.
Yeah, because
You know,
yeah, because letting it hinder that is
you
not
know
a good place
it
to be.
yeah, it's a rough world out there right now, but you know what? We make it what we make it.
Yeah, and so you guys, if you want more of these sappy homilies to fill your ear holes, check in with us every Sunday at this time, and you'll get a double dose.
I'll try to find more.
Oh, yeah, boy, she'll deliver y'all. Okay, so
Oh
I think
boy,
I gotta go pound out my chicken.
that
And
doesn't sound very good.
I think it sounded great. Yeah, no, what were we talking about? Aggression and thankfulness and grumpy and all this. Okay, so we're gonna end this, and we love you guys. And okay, so we're gonna do and Goodbye,
Bye.
everybody. We love the hell out of you.